What it is, YouTube? Is your boy DC coming back with another bullseye of a tutorial here today on the channel. Wanted to do a dope vocal preset for Menace, okay? So this is one of those that crash out, a little crash out type of music, all right? So if you guys do like this vocal tutorial, it was requested by a lot of my subscribers. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Suggest more artists down below. And also, if y'all want to grab the preset, grab it in the link down below. Let's go.
Oh, nigga, my brother work in the army, I never run out of camo, nigga. That nigga to cross you out, the same one that shot shit with you. If you get up on the post, I got the paper, I'm coming to get you. I been running down, oh, nigga, my brother work in the army, I never run out of camo, nigga. That nigga to cross you out, the same one that shot shit with you. If you get up on the post, I got the paper, I'm coming to get you. I been running down.
All right, really dope. So I remember listening to Menace originally when he was doing like one of those outdoor, the long microphone type of shits. I remember that's the first time I ever heard his music, and I never really was, hearing his songs like that up until recently. Y'all started suggesting, his stuff. So I appreciate you, my supporters. If y'all ever want me to do artists, drop it in the link down below. If they decent, definitely gonna get to them gems. So let's see what it sound like with and without it.
My brother work in the army, I never run out of camo, nigga. That nigga to cross you out, the same one that shot shit with you. If you get up on the post, I got the paper, I'm coming to get you. My brother work in the army, I never run out of camo, nigga. That nigga to cross you out, the same one that shot shit with you. If you get up on the post, I got the paper, I'm coming to get you.
All right, so I like this type of vocal preset a lot because with his voice is really like his vocal voice is really ghetto. This is like that street music type of shit, like that Menace. It's that crash out shit. You feel me? It's like it's the type of shit that you go fucking rob a corner store to or something like that. All right. So first thing right there, I'm gonna be using the SSLG channel strip. Of course, I like to use the SSLG channel strip. And something I just did different for this song specifically is that of course I had a higher ratio. With the guy like Menace, his vocal is like kind of like really bouncy. His voice kind of reminds me of like Mr. Fantastic. You know how in Fantastic Four that Mr. Fantastic he'd be stretching. His voice just has like a buoyancy to it. So I use this VCA compression because that's what's gonna add a little bit of the sharpness. You feel me? A little bit of more. It kind of exaggerates the elasticity even more. Then I use the I use the expander on his vocal too. Like how I said, I want the vocal to like expand like a rubber band. You grab a rubber band and you start pulling on this shit. What does it do? It expands. So same thing that I'm doing right here with it.
My brother work in the army, I never run out of camo, nigga. That nigga to cross you out, the same one that shot shit with you. If you get up on it. My brother work in the army, I never run out of camo, nigga. That nigga to cross you out, the same one that shot shit with you. If you get up on it.
It's like that super deep, that never ammo, like that super deep inside texture of the vocal. These are the auto-tune settings too. I actually use Waves Tune. They sound slightly different, the Antares and the Waves Tune. So I didn't already use this so many times that I know the difference between the two. So when the Antares isn't working, it's not sounding right, I will use the Waves Tune, you feel me? Or sometimes I might just do it the other way. It depends what sounds better. Then we have this deesser.
My brother work in the army, I never run out of camo, nigga. That nigga to cross you out, the same one that shot shit with you. If you get up on the post, I got the paper, I'm coming to get you. I been running down, oh, nigga. My brother work in the army, I never run out of camo, nigga. That nigga to cross you out, the same one that shot shit with you. If you get up on the post, I got the paper, I'm coming to get you.
All right, so after that we have the C4 pop vocal preset. I just love this because it reminds me of like a cartoon, when the motherfuckers in the cartoon driving and the one person who's driving doesn't like the person in the passenger seat and boom, he clicks that eject button and boom, and make the motherfucker go all the way up in the sky. That's what this plugin kind of reminds me of. The pop vocal preset helps elevate the vocal, you feel me? So especially because it has the high end, the super fast attack and super fast release on like the higher end. It's kind of like it's squeezing the upper frequencies like a pimple, and that's really good for this type of Menace vocal because most of the character in his voice is that higher up, super higher up mid range. And if you got a voice like that, you got to be precautious about the auto-tune because the auto-tune can sound annoying when you have a type of voice like that.
My brother work in the army, I never run out of camo, nigga. That nigga to cross you out, the same one that shot shit with you. If you get up on the post, I got the paper, I'm coming to get you. My brother work in the army, I never run out of camo, nigga. That nigga to cross you out the scene when that shot shit with you. If you get up on the post, I got the paper, I'm coming to get you. My brother work in the army, I never run out of camo, nigga. That nigga to cross you out the scene when that shot shit with you. If you get up on the post, I got the paper, I'm coming.
Yeah, so also the fact that it's on electro mode too, and the hard knee is also important too, because that just in general, because we're treating the higher mid like a pimple, and you know when you squeeze a pimple, what does it do? Like it gets harder and bigger, you feel me, type shit. I'm making the vocal sound bigger because I'm using the C4 to squeeze that upper mid. You feel me? After that, we have the REQ, and yeah, like how I said, like this a style of voice like this can get annoying. So in that upper mid range, I did do a little bit of a duck down, you feel me, type shit, and did a little bit of low shelf, just because I just felt like it needed it at that point in a dip down right here.
My brother work in the army, I never run out of camo, nigga. That nigga to cross you out the scene when that shot shit with you. If you get up on the post, I got the paper, I'm coming to get you. My brother work in the army, I never run out of camo, nigga. That nigga to cross you out the scene when that shot shit with you. If you get up on the post, I got the paper, I'm coming to get you.
So just kind of going into our room and cleaning up the socks and cleaning up the dirty covers on the bed and cleaning up the dirty ass pillows. Just because we clean up all the dirty stuff, it makes the room, you know, which is the vocal, feel more open and inviting, okay? More clean and more articulate. Then we have the wave silk vocal right here at this point, just giving me some more multi-band control. I like a voice like NT the Menace. It feels like it needs more active processing to get more of that bounciness, you know. So that's why a multi-band like this works. And then another silk vocal, I can control my speed too, type shit like that. So you know, then we just did a little bit of pinch of Arvox lemon pepper seasoning.
My brother work in the army, I never run out of camo, nigga. That nigga to cross you out the scene when that shot shit with you. If you get up on the post, I got the paper, I'm coming to get you. My brother work in the army, I never run out of camo, nigga. That nigga to cross you out the scene when that shot shit with you. If you get up on the post, I got the paper, I'm coming to get you.
So when I get on this plugin, I play between this low, you know, this low shelf cut down and this Arvox, you know, to set my low end, you know, because this is gonna start cutting into the meat. It's gonna start cutting into the turkey breast, the turkey wings, the Thanksgiving turkey thighs. You feel me? It's gonna start cutting into that motherfucker, and I'm reducing my low end. It also has a high pass filter, and then I'm using the Arvox to boost back the low end type shit, because that's just the density area of the Arvox, like how I always say. And then I'm using this for parallel distortion. Boom, the compressor's turned off, paralleling, like just a nice little bit of a few slices of CLA 76 Black Air Force mode, crash out mode. You know, if you grew up in the hood, you know the niggas who like to crash out, they always got the same fucking black Air Force Ones, same black ass shirt, same black pants, and they got dreads that cover their face. You feel me? If you're not from the hood, you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Type shit. So look. Yeah, I just got it on parallel honey mustard habanero distortion seasoning.
My brother work in the army, I never run out of camo, nigga. That nigga to cross you out the scene when that shot shit with you. If you get up on the post, my brother work in the army, I never run out of camo, nigga. That nigga to cross you out the scene when that shot shit with you. If you get up on the post, I got the paper, I'm coming.
So me understanding that like the 76 has got transformers, which is adding overall low end density to the vocal, because I just fucking cut this shit, right? I just cut that, you know, and I used a little bit of Arvox to get, you know, the belly button to come back. You feel me? Like Ozempic, I'm using some of the belly to come back. Now I'm using the CLA 76 to, you know, bring more belly back because they got transformers in it, and also the transistors too. They help add, you know, more emphasis to his actual voice. So after that, we have the Arvox, and we know what the Arvox is doing, so we don't even gotta look at that. Then we have the fresh air, and I'm just doing a pinch of it, bro. A pinch of fresh air, sick, you know, 8 and 10, and between those two, you know, his voice is kind of light, so I didn't have to go heavy-handed with trying to boost it. His vocal is more a nice mixture between gritty and sweetness. You know, like there's certain chocolate bars, like a Snickers with nuts. It got the peanuts. It got the crunchiness, but also sweetness to it. But then there's like other chocolate bars like Kit Kat, where it's just a straight smoothness. So that's kind of like how I see music. That's how I see vocals. Like it's like the taste and then the texture. You feel me? It's two different things. So yeah.
My brother work in the army, I never run out of camo, nigga. That nigga to cross you out the scene when that shot shit with you. If you get up on the post, I got. My brother work in the army, I never run out of camo, nigga. That nigga to cross you out the scene when that shot shit with you. If you get up on the post, I got the paper, I'm coming to get you. I been running down, oh, nigga. My brother work in the army, I never run out of camo, nigga. That nigga to cross you out the scene when that shot shit with you. If you get up on the post, I got the paper, I'm coming.
And then now you see I just got two back-to-back de-harshers, this de-esser working all the way up in there in the air. And then this wave silk vocal right here, you know, doing some work on the high end specifically, and then gating. Yeah, just doing a little gating. That's pretty much it. That's the saturation from the CLA 76 kind of made the noise come up a little bit more because I'm kind of pushing it. You know, I'm really like pushing it. That's why something like a CLA 76 works good like on overhead, you know, microphones and shit, because it brings out more room tone. So yeah, these two plugins are de-harshing. That's all I can say. And then we have the eighth note delay. In the original song, he has a very fast delay because of the tempo. You see 160. So a faster song needs a faster delay to keep up with the motherfucker. Like at a track meet, I'm trying to keep up with a motherfucker. You know, a SRT probably needs like another car that is equally fast, like a Trackhawk or some shit, or whatever got enough horsepower to keep up with it. You can't expect a Kia Soul to keep up with a Hellcat. You feel me? Because they're just not the same. So the same thing applies to the delay and the main vocal. A faster delay is gonna keep up with a faster rapping vocal. You feel me? And then we did a sidechain. Internal sidechain. Boom. You go over here, internal sidechain. You don't gotta do nothing else. And then yeah, this is just sidechaining the delay.
Oh, nigga, my brother work in the army, I never run out of camo, nigga. That nigga to cross you out the scene when that shot shit with you. If you get up on the post, I got the paper, I'm coming to get you. My brother work in the army, I never run out of camo, nigga. That nigga to cross you out the scene when that shot shit with you. If you get up on the post,
all right, after that we have a Reverb, and because it's like a hood ghetto ass type of sound, I'm trying to pick the Dollar Tree, the corner store. You feel me? The corner store lady with the lily dillies and the pickled hot sausage and the pickled egg. I'm trying to pick the fucking the hood ass sounding reverb. And this is what I think about when I think of a hood reverb. I think of this cheap ass, broke ass, dusty ass Reverb. So that's what I'm using. You feel me?
my brother work in the army, I never run out of camo, nigga. That nigga to cross you out the scene when that shot.
Then we have a doubler. We know what the doubler is doing. Rolling off a lot of low end because I like how stable the low end of his vocal sounds so far. Right, I used to build up my low end. I used, you know, the CLA 76. I used like 2 layers of RVox. I mostly use compression to build up my low end of this vocal. So it's not the fact that the vocal sounds boomy, but it just has a nice solidity to it. Even it's a nice piece of steak, ribeye steak. You feel me? And then we have Abbey Road Saturator. I just put that in here because it just sounds a little bit rougher. You know, like when I think of niggas in the hood, you know, similar to myself, you know, the type of hair that they got is always like fucking crazy ass like dreads and wicks and shit like that. So I use the Abbey Road Saturator because it made me think about like fucking dirty ass hood nigga dreads type shit like that. You feel me? Like scratching your shit. So yeah, it just adds a nice little bit of dirtiness and nastiness.
My brother work in the army, I never run out of camo, nigga. That nigga to cross you out the scene when that shot shit with you. If you get up on the post, I got the paper. My brother work in the army, I never run out of camo, nigga. That nigga to cross you out the scene when that shot shit with you. If you get up.
Yeah, so it definitely sounds like a motherfucking Nissan Altima driver type shit like that, you know? It just sounds fucking ratchet and hood, and you feel me? I think about chicken wings and fries, you feel me, for $5 type shit like that. So that's the thing about it, you know, I know some people who like, they want to make this type of music, but it's like you're not from the hood, so it's going to be impossible for you to channel that energy that's associated with this music. Like for me, it's so easy to sit here and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna use the Abbey Road Saturator. I'm gonna fucking distort it because it just reminds me of like fried chicken and lemon pepper wings and fucking, you feel me? Like going to the corner store and buying like shit. You feel me? Like it just it's a feeling. You feel me? That reflects life, and that's the thing about art. Art gotta imitate life because if it don't, it's not real, and we don't feel it. All right. So the quick ad libs. Let's go.
My brother work in the army, I never run out of camo, nigga. That nigga to cross you out the scene when that shot shit with you. If you get up on the post, I got the paper, I'm coming to get you. My brother work in the army, I never run out of camo, nigga. That nigga to cross you out the scene when that shot shit with you. If you get up on the post, I got the paper.
So yeah, because his voice was like this, and it's kind of like warping. I did some ad-libs. You feel me? Filtered a harder knee on these ad-libs, and then the Arvox, it's gonna help bring back some of the lows that were cutting off. And I use that sook vocal to keep everything stable. And then boom, I did a parallel distortion thing. It's so funny. People ask me, where do I get this type of plugin? This comes with the Waves Gold bundle, the GTR3 bundle. You feel me? With the guitar pedals. This is the stock stuff, stock Waves plugins, and then boom, a Reverb, another cheap ass corner store, buy one get one free. You got coupons for this shit, EBT type of reverb, Rverb. You feel me? The cheapest one you could get, $1.99 type of reverb. And yeah, it just sounds cheap as fuck. So this is the one I used.
My brother work.
That's that reverb just sounds so cheap. It sounds like it's about to ask me, like that reverb. When I think of the tone, I think that reverb is about to ask me like, "Yeah, you got $1?" type shit like that. Like it's just a feeling. You feel me? You just gotta recollect your human experiences and like, okay, what type of plugin reminds me of a person or reminds me of a situation. A lot of people do that shit too with music. They're like, "Oh, this song reminds me of a time when it was me and my home," you feel me, type shit like that, So that's why music is just a very beautiful thing, because it's like a cup. You feel me? Like it's a cup. It holds memories. It holds energy. It holds feelings into it, type shit like that. All right. So I just want to say thanks a lot for being a great part of my YouTube family. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Y'all want the preset? Grab it down below, and also, keep suggesting more artists so we could keep this going. Appreciate y'all now, YouTube gang. Peace.